This is about to be my best video yet. Forget the 5 straight against the past 5 Stanley Cup champs. Forget that preseason game where Cooley showed off what he could do. And by all means, forget the 14 game of nothing and the fact that we're not making it to the playoffs. Because YOTES win 6-2 against the Columbus Blue Jackets in Shane Doan's son's, Josh Doan's NHL debut, where he had one heck of a hand in this game. So let's get into it, shall we? First period, O'Brien goes up against Olivier. It's basically punch for punch. It looks like a decisive victory for no one, but hey, we've got tension in the building already. And I just want to make a quick note. I got the Coyotes broadcast for this one. So we get a bit later into the first period, and already you can kind of tell they've been working really hard on their cycling the puck. There were a couple really sweet dangles and passes from Krause and Dursey that were like, they were nifty. However, the first goal will go to Columbus on a power play where they had a bit of a tic-tac-toe situation happen. Well, the puck goes into the slot, and it goes off the stick of that player into the back of the net. Kerfoot's standing right there. You want to know the problem? He's standing on the wrong side of the stick. He's standing on the side where the puck is not going to go. And you can make the argument that he was trying to defend 2 people at once because it's the penalty kill. You have to prioritize the slot. So that's my only note negatively on that is Kerfoot. Maybe it would have been best to be on the other side. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not here to criticize. I'm totally here to criticize. I guess I completely lied this morning. Dang it. But see, this is one of those things where the frustration is justified, at least to start the things out, because first goal goes to the other team on something that could have been prevented. And it's a bit of a gaffe. It's not even something that necessarily you try it 1,000 times, it's going to happen the exact same way. It's a good possibility he was trying to cover 2 different people at the same time, and the priority was kind of kept as an in-between. So I can't be too mad at it. There's other defense style stuff going on that should have had it too, but we got outplayed in this play. It was a really fast play. It was a really fast tic-tac-toe to go into the back of the net. We're going to move on. Merzlikins ended up standing on his head throughout the entirety of this game. It was insane. He stopped a few good chances off of DOAN, which is also insane because DOAN, and I didn't realize this, I don't watch much of the other games like Tucson or the Sun Devils, but DOAN is very much a rush into the crease style player. And that's something that the Coyotes can really utilize because we don't have much of that. Other than Hayton, I think, there's not much of that. We tend to shoot from the point or from the sides. And it works, but it's nice to have that other option that's right there as well. We get into the second period, and I get pissed off with the arena crowd. Which is saying something, because this is my family. This is the Coyotes family supporting the Coyotes. They're doing the wave. They went and did the wave in the second period. You're not supposed to do the wave until the game looks like it's good and gone. But they're doing the wave. We're behind and they're doing the wave. So I kind of definitely got a bit upset about that. Just a bit. Power play goal goes to the Coyotes this time. Pass goes across the crease. But it's going in a really hard angle for anyone to really collect. But Dursey's there. All he does is he puts the stick down and lets the puck right off the stick, and it goes to Michelli, who squares up, kind of slips on the play. It was kind of funny. But he scores, tying the game up. And then the party begins. Josh Doan gets a breakaway. He breaks in. He tries to shoot it. And I just want to point out real quick, I forgot to mention this. I'm really flying with this win right now. But he doesn't just shoot it. He tries to deke around Merzlikins. But Merzlikins manages to basically do the splits and reject Doan's offer into the net. It doesn't go in. I'm typing down in my notes. I said Doan had a break, couldn't capital. Because I was going to put capitalize. All I got was capital before he scored on a mid-air play circling around the net. He gets the puck up in the air. He's got the hand-eye to bat it out of the air, swinging the stick like it's a baseball bat, just take me out to the ball game. It flies up over the shoulder of Elvis Merzlikins and goes into the net. And the crowd roars. I have never, neither did the broadcast, I don't think anyone has, heard this arena as loud as it was tonight. We move on. Gudbranson and Brown fight, which is good because I don't like Gudbranson. There were a couple plays that he made that were really dirty, I think, and his ego was really getting the better of him. O'Brien would hit him up against the boards a couple of times, and then Gudbranson and Brown ended up finally going at it. But then Werenski will score for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then the party continues. Kesselring takes a shot from the right side. It hits the pads of Merzlikins. It bounces off to the left side where Michelli collects it. He shoots it. And who else but Josh Doan is there to tip the puck into the back of the net. That's his second of the game. This is his debut game. And right there, two records come to fruition. Really, one of them came in the first goal, but who's really counting? I'm covering both points here. First one. This is the first player in franchise history to record 2+, but in this case, 2 goals in his NHL debut. And the second thing is, this involves Shane Doan. This is the first father-son duo since the 1970s that has recorded a point in the first game of their seasons, of their careers, rather. Shane Doan would record 2 assists in his first game. Josh Doan records 2 goals. I should mention we are now in the third period. I didn't mention it before. I'm flying at this point. This game was awesome. Bukestad gets a rush, a breakaway. Short-handed, by the way. He comes in, he just flips the puck up, it goes into the back of the net. 4-2. Then Schmaltz gets a goal. Another short-handed goal. That's 2 short-handed goals in this game. And then the final goal will come from Dylan Genther, who also gets a breakaway and puts it into the back of the net. But wait, I left one thing out. Mostly because I can't pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to try it. Malatesta and Carcone. Garceau! Get into a fight after Carcone. Garceau! Slashes the stick of Malatesta. They collide. They go at it. Carcone. Garceau! Basically pile drives this guy into the ice, finishing the fight early. And that's the game, and I didn't break anything in my room. So to talk a bit more about the game outside of, the standard what happened on the ice. Looking at Josh Doan, because that's the storyline for this game. That's the big man in the moment, especially with what happened on the ice. He is one heck of a player that you would want on your roster. And I don't know if they're going to send him back down to the minors or if he's just going to stay up here. I would imagine that they send him back down for the playoffs. But for sure, I think in the offseason, they'll want to bring him back up. Because even in this game, he looked like a master in the crease. So, with everything else covered in the game, we've got the point shooters, Jersey. We've got the corner shooters, Keller, Krause. We don't really have much except for Hayton for anyone who will rush the net. And Josh Doan has proven in this game time and time again, getting so many chances right up against the goaltender, that he'd be a good man, a good candidate to fill that role. So my prediction is this offseason, I don't know if there's going to be an overhaul, but I do think that our younger guys are going to be built around, but we're going to get a lot of mentorship style players. So we might retain Schmaltz. We might hold on to Krause. We might hold on to Jersey. I really hope that we hold on to Jersey. Kerfoot should stay. I know I gave him grief earlier in this video, but for what he's done for this organization, I think he deserves a spot to stay. O'Brien should maybe take a hike, but that's not, me saying it as a bad thing. It's more to the point that we seem to be looking at a more technical than a more physical side of the game. I think he might find a better position and a better style to play in with a different team. He's a good team player, but I don't think he works with the system that we're trying to go for. We've got our big violence guys. Kraus can lay him down. Brown can lay him down. I like Brown. Brown's good. Doan himself could probably throw down if he had to. We've seen now Carcone can throw down when he has to. We've got that physical side covered. We don't officially need a goon. Even if that goon can play a bit, we know what his role on the team really is. With that said, I think what's going to maybe happen, whether we bring on free agents or we make a trade, I think we're going to get a veteran player in the offseason that has I don't know if I should say like a detailed resume, but who's found a bit of success so that he can go in and teach and mentor these younger kids. Because look at what we're bringing in now. Kesslerin's a rookie. Cooley's a rookie. Genther's a rookie. Now Doan's a rookie. That's 4 rookies on one team. That's almost one full lineup. Defense and forwards. One more rookie and that settles it. So it's pretty clear we're looking at youth-style play. But for that to occur, for that to really develop nicely, there needs to be a level of leadership, and I think it has to come from outside the team that we had this year. I think it has to maybe even come outside of someone who's played alongside Doan. Like, obviously I could say Dursey here, but he's also played in this roster. The thing I'm scared of with, like, just for example, bringing back maybe, Fisher or Ekman Larson, I don't know, you name it. The problem I see with bringing it back players that have played with Shane Doan is I worry about the possibility that Josh Doan will be seen as Shane Jr. I worry that he's not going to be seen for who he is, but he's going to be seen as a model of what Shane was. So I think it has to be a fresh mindset. Like if we could make a trade with maybe Vegas, because apparently we don't have a rivalry with them. So there's that. But for all of that being said, the future in Arizona is bright. And I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Doan making his appearance with the Coyotes, I wouldn't be surprised if it influences the whole arena situation. But that's all for this one. The Coyotes play again on Thursday against the Nashville Predators. I'm going to keep following up on things, make sure that Doan's going to be playing in it, because if he is, that's going to be absolutely wild. So in the meantime, until then, stay howling and go Yotes! Thank you so much for watching. That's a new one. I'm going to own it. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the like button. If you didn't like what you saw, yeah, I know, Doan didn't get a hat trick. It's unfortunate. I didn't, I was kind of hoping, but yeah, it's not a reason to be mean to me. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. I'm pretty sure we'll be getting more of this. Share this with your friends. Let them know that I exist. And I'll see you in 2 days.